This is the 2019 Polaris Slingshot. Not really your ordinary vehicle, quite interesting, but let's take a look and see what it's all about. Alright, what's going on, guys? It's me, Eric B, and we have the Polaris Slingshot. So this thing, like I said before, is a really unique looking vehicle. I don't see a whole lot of them on the road. I do see them from time to time, and it's kind of, I don't know, man. It's either you hate it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those type of things. A lot of people will like the unique styling and some won't, but as you can see, we got the single wheel in the back here, and it's pretty wide, as you can see right here. Got the single shock here. It is belt driven, so you can see all that. As we move along here, you can get it with a top on it, or you can get it without. I'm not really sure if you can buy this if it comes just without a top and you have to buy it as an additional option, or if it does come with it. So this is also the SS Grand Touring. This is a 2019, so in that year they offered this model. I do not believe that they offer that Grand Touring for the 2023-2024 lineup. As far as the braking and everything goes, you just get some standard rotor disc up front, nothing too fancy, Brembos or anything like that. It's got like a nice aero package on it for like wind flow and stuff, as you can see like in the front here. And then the headlights are pretty cool. You get 4 projector headlights here up front, and I really like the way that the front end looks. Out of anything else of this vehicle, the front end looks really good. All right, moving to the interior, this thing has some really nice leather type seats here. Says Slingshot on it. It's got the nice stitching and everything on it. It looks really cool. And the other question that you probably have is there anywhere to store things in this vehicle? Because I don't see anything, right? So if you scoot this forward, you do have a little area back here on both passenger and driver side where you can store some items. This also has a little glove box compartment. You can store some things in there as well. This is a 5-speed transmission. Has a nice display there in the center, and then you get a nice little gauge cluster, which we'll look at once we get out on the road and start driving. And it does have cup holders, so if you guys are wanting to put your spice latte in there while you're driving, you have that option. All right, in order to open the hood, there's a little latch here in the front. You just push it down and pull it out, and the front opens up. Kind of like reminds me of like a military Humvee, how the hood opens on that, if any of you are familiar with that. But then you will reveal a GM Ecotec VVT engine, 4-cylinder. It's a 2.4 liter motor, and that's what you get in here, which is kind of wild. Of the type of, it's a Polaris and it has a GM motor in it. Yeah, I just wanted to show you both sides. But this is the powerhouse of this bad boy. You can see the little A-arm and suspension and stuff like that on here. But yeah. So alright, guys, wanted to kind of do a quick walk around here. We're going to go on ahead, get this bad boy out on the road, and in order to close this down, you just go on ahead and just let it back down like so. She's good to go. So shout out to Flip My Cycle here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's where this vehicle is at if you are looking to purchase it and you're in the area. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get out on the road. Now, I am 6'1". If you are a taller individual, it may be kind of weird to get in here, but it's all right. You'll be able to fit. So as you can see, or if you can see how I fit in here so far, not bad. I am actually pretty comfortable, but I do feel that the seat sits kind of high, so there is no adjustment up and down, but you can adjust it, forward and back. There should be an adjustment to for the lumbar, so you can go forward and back, and I feel pretty good where it's at right now. Now, I am wearing a helmet, and you just got to kind of be cognizant of your head. I'm not hitting the roof or anything, so like I said before, I do have ample space to move around. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get it started. So you do have a little key here, a little key on the side to turn it on, and then you have a push button start. Nice little start up on the screen there. The screen is touch screen, so on the screen you do have some options and different things to look at, you know, coolant voltage, fuel range, stuff like that. You do have a map on it, so I don't know, I would assume that this has a navigation integrated, or you know, if you may have to like use an app on your phone or something like that. I haven't gotten that far into it, but you do have that option, and then you know, you can go to your music and things like that. So we'll just leave it on there. Other options, this is pretty simple, pretty basic. You have traction control, your hazards, like I said, 5-speed transmission, and your emergency brake. And then your seatbelt is on the opposite side than what it would normally be on in a vehicle. So go ahead and get this on. You do have cruise control on this, believe it or not, and a backup camera. So you do get some features packed inside of this thing. Not bad. I like the little wind screen here. Keep all that wind out and everything while you're driving. What she does here. Alrighty, so you may want to check with your state laws and stuff like that. I am not for certain or 100% if you have to wear a helmet while driving this vehicle. I would, just because of the fact that, you know, you're still kind of out in the open, so if something was to happen, you have a helmet on. Gloves, that's totally up to you. I'm not wearing them, but you can. Oh, real quick guys, I just turned around and saw this sticker. So Polaris is classifying this as a motorcycle, and it says wear a helmet. So there you have it. Man, I haven't driven a manual transmission in a hot minute. All right, so really no different from driving any other car, just a super small car, you know, like driving something like a Miata or something like that. Just because of the fact that it is lightweight, I mean, it's pretty responsive. So far, how it feels on the road, it actually feels pretty smooth. The suspension is not stiff at all. Now, I will say, when you're getting on it and you're trying to turn and stuff like that, especially if you have the traction control off, this thing will, you know, spin out. There's only one wheel pushing you back there. Probably turn the traction control off. Have a little fun. But yeah, and I'm wearing a helmet too, just because I'm vlogging and talking to you guys about the vehicle. I've seen both. I've seen a lot of people not wear helmets, and I've seen some wear helmets, but I treat this as if it's like a side-by-side or something that you go off-road with. Okay. So if the tire isn't warmed up, you may want to keep the traction control off, because that was from first to second, and I was drifting. I was just like breaking traction the whole time. All right, traction control off. Let's do a third gear pull. Alright guys, so like I said, man, the fun factor's there. This thing will get out and move. Not too bad, not too bad. Like I said before, from first to second, she will break loose on you. Alright, so how she feels in the highway is pretty good. Nice and smooth, not rough or anything, man. Feels pretty plush, believe it or not. Now as far as your blind spots and stuff, it is kind of difficult to see out the passenger side, so you really got to use your mirror and kind of look. Out your driver's side is pretty wide open, so no issues there. The brakes are all right. They could be a little bit better. So probably one thing you could probably upgrade if that's something you want to do. But yeah, definitely you know, you could benefit from something like putting a little intake on here, a nice little exhaust for some good sound. But I think you can open up some performance out of this. And like I said before, this car weighs a little over 1,700 pounds, so it's pretty lightweight. And you do have a 2.4 liter engine that puts out a good amount of power. It's about 173 horsepower and 166 pound-feet of torque, so you do get a lot of torque. But other than that, you get a nice gauge cluster here. Everything is very visible and nice. You do get a fuel gauge and all that, and I like the screen. So like I said, you get the little map and everything on here. Not a bad little vehicle. You get a lot of looks from people. What is that thing? Looks are, like I said, are subjective, because some people will like it, some people won't. To each their own. Now, can you get this in a automatic transmission? I am not sure. You would have to check the website to see if you can, for some of you that that can't drive a manual transmission. All right, guys, so here is another model right here, and you in fact can get this in an automatic. So if you want to get this interesting vehicle and you cannot drive a stick, you can get it in automatic. So there you go. I forgot to mention that this does have some Rockford Fosgate speakers down here near your legs, on the side here. The stereo system sounds pretty decent, not too shabby. But I don't know, man, what do you guys think? Are you all about the Slingshot, or are you a hard pass? Off the line, this has some good get up and go right off the line. If you can get it to hook, it'll take off. But if the traction control is off, be prepared to spin out. So in my opinion, I think this is more of a, obviously nothing like a motorcycle at all. I think it's more, to me, like, you know, you buy one of those Polaris side-by-sides that you go off-road with, like those Razors and stuff like that, but for the road. So actually you could commute back and forth to work with this thing as well. I think that'd be, you know, if you don't want to put a bunch of miles on an actual vehicle, you could do that. Now, these can get kind of pricey though. They can get up to, you know, $30,000. So you just got to remember, you're not going to have an AC or a heater or anything like that. The wind is going to be your AC in the summer. And in the wintertime, you still got to bundle up as if you're on a motorcycle. What do you think? So I like the way that the front end looks. Like it looks pretty mean. But then you got to get to the side and it looks like it's missing something. But not bad. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you feeling it? Are you not? I don't know if I already mentioned that it is belt driven and everything. So, and the tire is pretty fat in the back. What are we rocking here? Yeah, this is a 255/35 on a 20-inch rim in the back. So you could probably eat through that thing pretty quick, especially if you get a nice sticky tire in the back. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. You know, if you like it, if you don't. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, be able to see more first ride videos like this one. I do mostly motorcycles. This is just a rare exception. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.